Hey kids, Mr. Glenn here, hope you're well. We are going to be learning about coding in Minecraft, and we're going to the next stage from the game online at the Hour of Code. And what we're going to do is use Minecraft Education Edition, so you'll have to be on your iPad, Chromebook, Windows and Mac. I've downloaded it, installed it, and then from the Firefly page where it shows you how to sign in and the email address and password, you'll be here. I'm signed in as my own account. You'll be signed in as either MCA or MCB, depending on which class teacher you have for IT, whether it's me or Mr. Max. And we're going to go into the play button right here. We're going to go to the library. I want to go and grab a world from Minecraft Education. I'm going to go to the lessons in here. And we're going to go over to computer science. We're going to go into block-based coding because we've had a go at the Hour of Code now. And I'm going to go to coding fundamentals. This is a gentle introduction. Some of you will find this incredibly easy. Some of you will be completely fresh to this, and it's all fine. We're just not going to leave anybody behind. We're going to go into coding fundamentals, and there are 6 lessons here. This one is the basic moves lesson because we are coding our agent to go and move around. So I'm going to go into here and create the world. Once you've created the world, I'm recording. Once you've created the world, may have had a glitch there on the recording. We are given pointers in yellow. I'm going to go and see a professor in a moment as well, and he will give us instructions on the screen. Make sure that you read the instructions and take your time to read the instructions, because later on in the future worlds that we're going to use, the instructions will be there for a short period of time only. So you need to make sure that you're looking for those instructions. It says here, point your cursor at the golden blocks. So as we move around, we move our cursor. And this is just getting us used to using the mouse and pointing where we want our characters to go. So if I hit H at the bottom, it says show control. So I hit H, and it tells us WASD to move left, right, backwards, forwards. And we've got E for inventory, which is where we've got all our blocks, where we can go and build things and use things. C for the code builder, which is our agent. And then shift to sneak. So move around by pressing WASD. And we've got a maze to go and move around. And I'm just using my mouse now just to point where I actually want to go. Up the steps, and we hit spacebar to jump. So I'm just using spacebar now, like this, and I'm just going to jump over these cardboard boxes and try and find the door. And when we come to the door, we have to right click. So on the other side of the screen, if I can just move my character out of the way, I'm going to go and move my camera out of the way slightly. You can probably just see me moving. And carry on and resume. You can just see underneath my face, you can see just underneath here, and go back to resume game. When I come up to the door, it's going to move around now, it will say use underneath, if you can see that. So I might keep my camera right there, and I can right click and open the doors like so. So down here, we've got a button. Again, we're going to go and use that. So when we jump down here, we can go and hopefully this door will open. There we go. I'm going to go and take away my controls now because I don't need that. And here's the professor. So what we want to do is go and speak to him. So usually you will right click on these characters and it says you made it to the lab, go over there and talk to Dr. Barwin. By right clicking on him, he'll take it from here. Hi, I'm Dr. Chuck Barwin. I run expeditions here. Before we can begin, you'll need to learn about your agent and how you could control it using code. Now, in Minecraft Education Edition, this button here is called Immersive Reader, and this will actually read it to you in most languages. So by clicking on the button, it will bring up the Immersive Reader for us, and it will check what's on the text and bring up a page for us to use and control. So here is Immersive Reader, and on the side, I'm going to go and just click on this. On the side, we've got text preferences. So this allows us to choose what text we want. It can be line spacing. This is just for things if we don't really understand what is being said to us. We've got grammar options, so we're not really sure what things mean. We can go and turn these on, and as we click on them, it will tell us what a picture of what it is that's there.
Keyboard. And
it will also speak to us too. In the book, you've got reading options, and you can change this into any language you like. So I'm going to go into traditional Chinese. Go into document. And then it will go into here, and we can go and listen to it read to us.
你好，我是查克巴温医生，我在这里进行探险。
And this is a nice way for us to read in different languages using the Immersive Reader. So we can hit C to go and get our code in a second. So if we hit C on our keyboard, we get this code box here, and this allows us to go and control our agent. So here's our agent, and this room over here is where we are going to go and play. So we've got a radio in our hand in block 1, and so if you ever get stuck, you can right click to reset the world that you're on. And so if I right click on this, it'll say, do you want to confirm to reset? I say yes please. So when I go to my code builder, what I'm going to do is just go into make this agent move forward and land on this block here. And what will happen now, it'll move it somewhere else like this. You'll have to make it turn and come around this maze until we can open the door. So I'm going to hit C, and it only gives us blocks that we actually need in code builder, and it will also give us a clue as to what we need to go and do. So for the first one, we're going to go and change this to 1, which is number 1. Move agent forward, and we want to change this to the number of steps, which is 1, 2, 3. Hit go. Now what we've got to do is go into the chat menu so that we can talk to the agent. So we want to type in 1. So we get the chat by hitting T to talk on our keyboard like this. And I'm going to hit number 1 and then hit enter. And my agent will move. So now we're going to make it turn and then go the same number of steps. I'm going to go into, make sure I can see this on this side, C. I'm going to go into turn left. I change this to number 2. Hit play. And T. But this time I've already typed in 1. And the trick you can use now is just by hitting the arrow up key, and it will bring the last command that you've used, which is incredibly useful if you've got a really long chat to reuse. So if I hit up on my keyboard now, in here, it brings up number 1 like that. And I can hit enter. Aha! But I changed it to number 2, didn't I? Which means I'm going to got more jobs to do. There we go. Right. So far, so good. So I'm going to stop here now because the timer is at 9 minutes. I'm going to let you have a go yourselves. There is the next job. Once you get it to here, you've got to make it go up some steps. So you've got to use an up command. So up, across, and then down several steps. Right, Year 5, as always, good luck.